Hi, welcome. I wanted to introduce myself and talk about the course a little bit. This is our welcome announcement. So, my name is Sam Buemi, Buemi, and I'm your instructor. So, this is a general announcement that I'm going to send out to both my intro to sociology students, my social problem students, and my intro to ethics students. So, again, I teach some of those classes. That way, you know some of the courses I teach. I've been here at NTC for about 3 years now, so really good stuff, really good. I love what I do. So, one of the things we're going to talk about is, past introduction of myself, is this course. You know, what does it look like? How does it work? As you start to go through here, one of the things you'll notice is that I try to make it a little more interactive for you. I try to have more videos and I try to reduce some of the common questions that come up. So why don't we go ahead and we'll dive into the Blackboard and I'll show you exactly what the course is like. Okay. Now again, I'm sending this out to 3 different classes, but you know the content's different, but the structure's the same. So if you see intro to sociology and you're in ethics or whatnot, don't be alarmed about the video. This is more about how the course is set up. Okay. So we're gonna look over here. I'm gonna focus our attention on 3 things: announcements, course material, resources, discussion board, and of course your grades. When you click on your class, so let me back out a little bit here, and I'm just going to click on one that I'm recording for right now, and the first thing that pops up are announcements. And you'll see a welcome video, this one right here, so that I'm going to replace this one right here, and you're going to see the one you're seeing now. And this is going to talk about what you should do in the course. You know, how do you go about it and how to understand it, especially if you're a new student or haven't used Blackboard that often. And there's notes at the bottom of some of these videos. I do have a couple links here. One, to complete a survey at any point in week 2, in week 8, multiple times. There, it is incognito, so to speak. Your name isn't attached to this. I never get to see it, so you can be honest. You know how the class is going, and I have that there. It's not official, but I want to know what are we doing right and what can we be doing better. So that link is always going to be there, and I check that regularly. Also, check out this not nanotechnology, this certificate video that talks about some of the certificates that you can get. Check that out, because if you are already taking this class and maybe an econ class, you can get another certificate called the socioeconomic certificate by completing a few more courses. So check that out as well. Also, an announcement I made last semester about withdrawing from the course and some of the guidelines, so I'm just leave that up there. And if I have to update it, I will, but be sure to check out the withdrawing from the course in the event that you have to. So all announcements from here on out are going to be right here. Maybe I'll say, hey, make sure you guys check this out, or a reminder to take your quiz or writing assignment or whatever. You will see that here in the announcements. So be sure the first step is to check out the announcements before you go further in the course, and to check them regularly. So the second one, this is where the meat of everything is. Course material. Course material has about 4 or 5 different main objects in them. The first one is the syllabus. Now, what we'll see here is you might see multiple links, and I'll make that clear as well, because I teach a lot of different classes in a lot of different sections, but I combine some of the courses if they're virtually the same. So I may have a class that meets on Monday and a class that meets on Thursday, and I might combine them. The times will be different, the due dates might be different, and I'll write section 1. Be sure if you're in section 1 that meets on Mondays that you pull the syllabus that says section 1. So be sure you're picking the syllabus that you're supposed to pick. Again, you should know what section you signed up for, so I'll label that by sections. And the reason why I'm doing that, again, because classes are virtually the same, and instead of having a lot of different links up and whatnot, it just makes things a little more concise, and not much changes. You know, I try to be very fair. Monday class is the same as a Thursday class. So be sure to check out the syllabus. And I have a video for just about everything. If you look at the syllabus, you'll notice that it's more of an interactive syllabus with more videos, kind of like what we're doing here. So check out this video. And then there are some fine points that you might want to know in case you have trouble uploading or downloading it, I should say. So be sure to read those, and for every box corresponding. Learning plans. The way I do it is learning plans are traditionally the same week by week. There are certain things you need to do. Check out this link and you'll see what it is you should be doing on a week by week basis. So first week or 8 week, you know, you're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to be reading a chapter, checking out a recording, watching videos, taking a quiz. So those things won't change, although the content within them will change, but the structure remains the same for each week. So check out that video. Prezis, also, I don't use PowerPoints anymore. I use Prezis, which are a little different. So be sure to check out the video on Prezis and how those work. And if you're having any problems, be sure to update Adobe Flash, because sometimes it needs updated and whatnot. And also there's a link here that talks about if you can't find, for whatever reason, you just need to go to the website Prezi and not in the links. And what I should probably explain that a little bit better. If you click on Prezi, each chapter, each subject, what you will see here, you will see chapter 1, chapter X, Y, and Z. You will also see, so if you click on that, watch what happens. Okay, that was telling me, let's see, I'm using, just so you know, I'm using Chrome. You're supposed to be using Firefox. That's what IT recommends. But as we look here, it boots up, give it a second. You can expand. So if I were to expand this out, and let me use my scroll and scroll out, you will see it's kind of like a poster board. What you'll see here is their recordings. So at the beginning of each Prezi, you'll find a recording that you could click on, and really it just talks and it walks you through exactly each syllabus. So especially if you're an online student or you missed a class, you can watch a 15-minute recording going through each one. So real quickly, this is kind of what they typically look like. All right, and there's videos in here, and if there's something a little fuzzy or you need to zoom in, you could zoom in like that. So these are pretty neat. So going out of that, going back to Blackboard, I'm going to click back, and you can always right click or open up a new tab if you don't want to view it in Blackboard. Okay, and I'll have a video. I'll make sure I post a video on how to use Prezis. They're not really hard, but I'll post one anyways. So you'll see that. And for the first 2 chapters, you will not only get a Prezi, and you'll not only get a PDF of the Prezi that you could print out for every section, but the first 2 chapters will also have a PDF of the entire chapter. So I know that students are sometimes, waiting on a book, waiting for financial aid to kick in, so I kind of give you a head start for the first 2 weeks. Those are their 2 labeled PDF. All right, so far we discussed the syllabus. We've talked briefly about Prezi and the learning plan. Next, why don't we talk about writing assignments? If you click on this right here, writing assignment, it's going to lead you to a couple points where you're going to get the actual rubric and the instructions for how to write the one assignment that you get, the one writing assignment we have in this course. And you'll get that right here, and you can upload it at this link right here. And there's also instructions. There's instruction. I actually walk you through. I don't just print it out for you. I don't just write it for you. I also walk through the rubric and the instructions. That way you're very clear in case there's something that's not entirely clear. So I try to walk through it. Also, one of the components in the writing assignment is using the NTC library online. And if you've never visited that, or if you're a little uncomfortable with that, I also have a video about how you find articles online at the NTC library right here. Okay, so that's about the writing assignment. And then the final thing, if we scroll down here, are pretty much the weekly quizzes and the final exam. If you click on this, and I also have a video discussing this and the point breakdown, you get the point breakdown. If you go on the syllabus, it tells you how many questions, how many points, over a total. So be sure to check out the syllabus for the point total. But I do have a video and I talk about the quizzes, and you can see here there's all these different quizzes here. So let's go back, take a break here. This is course material, and this is where I said, the meat, the heart of the material is in course material. You've got your syllabus, you've got your learning plan, you've got your Prezis, where you get pretty much your PowerPoint-like product. You've got the writing assignment, and then you have the quizzes, final, and of course you do get a study guide, by the way. So be sure to check out that video and click on that link. All right, so that is course material. Also, there's resources. This is actually a pretty good tool. Tools within this folder. There's a free APA style guide if you need it online. There's a sample paper which I wrote for one of my classes. I'm a student in a PhD program, so I'm writing papers too. So you get a free sample there of how it should look. Sometimes people need that visual. Online tutoring, there's a video right here. I talk about online tutoring. OpenOffice if you need a Microsoft Word-like product. Net tutoring, great tool. I use it all the time. Talks about if you need to hand in a paper and have someone look it over, there's a free version for that. There's also some other PDFs here if you look that talks about tutoring for students. Sometimes I'll put flyers here. Let's see, do I have any in here at the moment? Yeah, I have College Success, Learning Center, and College Prep. Some more videos to check out. Again, if you need resources or a way to sort of improve, your writing or need help somewhere, the Learning Center is great, and there's a lot of information that talks about that. If anything, maybe too much. So, also here we got a quick guide. I found this instead of paying for it. I put it up. I bought it, but then I'm giving it to my students. And if we click on that, it's sort of a quick cheat sheet of some main definitions you'll learn about. At least this is for sociology. For ethics, I haven't found a cheat sheet yet. So if you're an ethics student, you're looking at this video, I don't have one for that. Okay, and again, like I said, each course will be a little different, but the content's the same. That's why I'm giving a general announcement. Okay, and then a free PDF reader. Oftentimes I have PDFs, as you can see here. And if you have an outdated one, you're going to go to Adobe and you can get your free PDF reader. And if you're having problems with Prezi, be sure to get an updated Adobe Flash. A couple final things. Discussion posts. I don't have discussion posts, at least not for points. But what I do have is two things in the discussion board. One, I have a cyber cafe where I don't even look at it, to be honest with you. If students want to talk to each other, they have a little cafe to do that. The second thing is there's a Facebook post page. So if I can actually go over to Facebook, because I'm sure a lot of you are on Facebook, and if I were to click on the Intro to Sociology, you will see, and by the way, if I'm not talking too loud, I'm whispering, I'm in my cube, and I don't want to be too loud. So if you look here at Facebook, you can join the group, and it's completely private. I'm not your friend, you're not my friend on Facebook, of course, but there's a group in which only sociology students of mine can meet and talk. And here, I just posted this not too long ago, and I already had a student write a response. So it's great in terms of being able to talk to each other and share information back and forth. So if you want to be a part of that, click on this link, and then when I get it around to it, which is usually pretty quick, I'll hit accept, and then you're in the group, okay? So it's another way in which we can have conversations both in and outside the classroom. And again, those aren't graded. Discussion posts aren't graded unless we do group activities for my in-class students. And finally, I don't have grades. I'm not a student, but you can see here, this is where your grades will be. All right, so we talked about announcements, all the information within course material, resources, okay, your discussion board. All right, so that's it. We're about 13 minutes into it, so it was a long welcome, but hey, it's a welcome. And again, just to introduce myself, it's Sam Buemi, last name B-U-E-M-I, email buemi@ntc.edu. Again, peruse this course. I think you're going to enjoy it. All three of my courses that I teach, actually. And you can see I try to make them a little more interactive. I try to make things convenient for you while still challenging, so check that out. If you have any questions, again, be sure to contact me. Welcome to the course, and I will see, talk, or chat to you later. Bye.